workout. This is also our first time trying out the short speed. Just a quick light workout this morning. We have a race this afternoon. We'll be racing at 4 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. You can check that out. We always live stream that. So this is just my little work pit of a corner. Hopefully we can see if there's anybody in here and chatting. Definitely let me know. But we're going light this morning. For those of you wondering, I'm an older guy, well into my 50s, so we just got to stretch. We start light. Don't do a ton of sets. This morning, I think we're going to work a little bit of bicep, tricep, and we'll probably do some, well, I'll probably start with light bench. Get that morning burn. Oh. Like I said, we'll start nice and light. We'll start with bench. Oh, you can hear those pops. Whoa. Like I said, nice and light. If you are in the chat, just throw some stuff down there. Let me know that you're here. Like I said, at the end of the day, it's just kind of light as we're racing this afternoon. Don't want to go too heavy, all that kind of stuff. We're going super light, man. Like that's just to warm the muscle up. 25 pounds to start. Kind of work our way up and go from there. Usually on Mondays, I'm at the private gym, but I'm on holidays here, so we gotta utilize this space instead. And we've just got some kettlebells, a light selection of free weights, and a ball kind of thing. So normally we just work out. When we work out, we just start with the bar. So we're just going to do everything nice and controlled and stretched. Like I said, nice and straightforward. It's going to be light. What I really need to get in here is, and hopefully it'll be coming soon, is the barbell setup, and then that can let us do what we do normally, but just got to keep moving during our time off. And like I said, being a race day, not wanting to go super heavy, I'm not going to have a lot of time in between sets just because we're going light as well. I just want to make sure that I go all the way down. Drop those back in. So hopefully you guys are having a good morning. Drift ready. How you doing this morning, Drift ready? Move things up a bit. I won't even know where to find this in YouTube once we get going. All right. Last one. If you do have the capacity to chat, by all means, let me know. Apparently you can start polls. Interesting. Right. Move that bench first. There we go. Oh. So, those of you that are popping in here from other places and we haven't met before, my name's JD. I am a cyclist. A lot of this stuff I do to help me with my cycling. Obviously, I'm doing upper body this morning, which isn't a big priority for cycling, but that's what we're doing. And like I said, typically this isn't my soft spot. Typically I'm not doing shorts lives either. But if you stumble across here, throw us a like, we appreciate it. If you worked out this morning, let me know in the comments there. Hey, how's it going? It's tough for me to read with the phone over there because it's all streaming from the phone. But we will take a peek at the comments there. If you have any questions, do let us know. But anyways, we started training road the other day as well. So we're back on the cycling training program for road racing, which is good. Hey, Spank, how's it going this morning, dude? Yeah, it's good and warm there. Got a pretty small selection of hex dumbbells here, so we'll just work with what we got. Worked out this morning for the first time in 12 weeks after tearing my bicep. Oh, no way, dude. Well, glad you're back on the mend. Glad that you're able to get a workout in. I know that any kind of injury, whether it's weight related, on or off the bike, just general injuries as well, tough to do. I'm dealing with a little bit of a wrist thing myself, but shouldn't be too much of an issue today. And it's always hard going back to the group that you've injured. It's, I don't know about you, but anytime that I've had an injury, I'm very apprehensive when I get back. I tore the piriformis. It's a muscle that runs from the lower back to the outer hip. I tore that about 2 years ago. And anytime I'm on a bike, I'm very, very conscientious of it because I'm scared I'm going to do it again because it was such agonizing pain. And if you tore your bicep, you know, depending on how bad the tear was, hopefully I didn't have to reattach or anything like that. Hopefully it was nothing that severe. You know, it's nothing worse than having everything ball up because it's torn off. But yeah, I feel for you, man. It's always tough, always tough. Good. 2 more sets. And it's the hard thing here is there's no mirrors. So, and I don't have an incline bench here, which I prefer to use. I actually prefer to do a bit of an incline, just so you're not throwing your weight around, but that's just me. So let me know where you guys are popping in from, what part of the country or what country you're from. I got 2 more of these. Yeah, I can feel that wrist a bit. could also feel my form going there. Like I said, usually I like to do it with an incline bench, or at least have the bench back up, so you're not throwing your body around when you start to struggle a bit. And I just find, for me anyways, that helps me work a little bit better. I could definitely feel myself starting to throw. Well, one more. If I start to struggle here, what I'll do is I'll go from here to alternating, just so I can focus that a little bit more, because my left, like I said, that's where we're dealing with the wrist thing, and that's where I'm going to start throwing. So if I can focus on that a little bit better, we'll be all that better off. And sorry guys, usually I have music as well, but YouTube being YouTube, and this is the first time testing this, of course we're gonna have to make sure that we're doing things right. And the other thing is too, is I really need to test, which will be an unboxing this week, and thanks to Rode microphones for sending them out. They sent me out the Wireless Pro, which has an adapter that I can put into the phone. So if I continue to do these, by all means, it's going to be an easier way to get some better volume, because this space is big. And we're going to just take a little bit of a longer break in between this set here, but I'll show you guys. So we've got the cold plunge tub over here. Unfortunately, right now, for those of you who are in Calgary, will know that we have a water main break. I emptied this to clean, so it hasn't been filled for like a week because we're on water restrictions. So I've been missing doing the plunges after cycling and working out. I obviously have morning hair, because who the hell does their hair before going and working out and having a shower? This is a shop for working out for the bike, and we'll just quickly go over here as well. This is typically the station here for cycling. That's the setup to do all the Zwift racing. And then finally, for those of you who've been around for a long time and watching, not that we're using this currently, but the table for the podcast, awesome. And my other favorite toy right now is the SL8. Love that bike, love that bike. But anyways, enough chit chat. Let's get back to working out, because that's what we're here to do. Throw that back in there. Sorry guys. Last set, seated curls. Actually, if I watch the phone, this is as good as a mirror. All right, alternating for the last two. 1, 2, 1, 2. Here we go. Another set done. Move that forward. We'll move on to triceps now. We'll just start. Like I said, I don't want to go too hard because we do have a race this afternoon. Like I said, if you are popping into the stream and you're watching, throw some comments down. Let me know what you're working today, where you're watching from, what your workout routine looks like. Are you a cyclist? Or are you just a gym enthusiast? What's your deal? Are you just starting out? All those kind of things. I'm curious to hear about you guys and a little bit more about you. So we're gonna move on to triceps here. I'll slide back. There we go. Whew. We need more weight here. But unfortunately, this only goes up to 30s. And like I said, I don't have a bar as of yet, but it'll be coming in due time. So, I mean, once this is kind of set up here, it kind of negates having to go to the gym. So the other part is too, is like, I have never ever broadcasted live on shorts. So I guess the other part of it is I have no fancy transitions, I have no titles, I have no anything, no green screen. The green screen's over there, as you guys saw earlier. But yeah, I'm kind of curious how this all sort of works out. And this isn't, so I generally don't film here, the best lit in the world. We've got a couple windows, which is good. We got some good natural light coming in, but the lighting may be a little bit off. And the other part is, it's just the phone, so who knows? All right, next set. I usually don't do dumbbell weights for tries at all. Usually it's all cable work, but there was no cable machines here, so definitely gonna be a bit of a challenge. The other part is there's not enough weight down here. It's it is what it is. But like I said, I mean, today anyway, it's a lighter day. And we got a race this afternoon. Some cool stuff going on though. Gravel Nationals were yesterday here. So big gravel race, goes to the gravel. Looking at a lot of the stuff now, extremely dirty, few mechanicals. For those of you who have watched the vlog, you'll know Adam Boyko. He was in there. Unfortunately, Adam's derailleur succumbed to the grit and the dirt, and that ended his ride, which is unfortunate. For those of you who know the channel for a long time back, may know Riley Forrester. He completed the race. I think he was in 70th or something like that. Again, tough course, tough day. We had like so much rain that it was completely muddy. So those guys, props to everybody that's out there. Props to Dead Goat Racing for putting on Gravel Nationals. I saw some familiar names in there as well. Steve Ayotte, who used to play football with, he was out there riding, so that was awesome to see. Some other familiar names that were out there riding, and looks like everybody had had a decent race, and everybody was just mud coated by the end of the thing. So really, really cool. Enough chit chat. There we go. All right. We're gonna go back to chest. Like I said, we got some limited hex bells here. So what we're gonna use are the hex, and it's called a hex press. So ultimately you're holding the weights so the hexes are together. So you got a really tight grip to push. It's a bit of a different way to kind of do it. I don't know if a lot of people do these things anymore, but that's what we're going for. There we go. If you're in there, just drop us something in the chat. Let us know you're here. I'm really kind of curious if the chat is consisting of people that are finding us through shorts that have never ever seen us before. So let us know if you've ever seen the channel before, or if it's pumping it out to our subscribers and this is actually who's finding it, because I don't know that a lot of people are doing it. This is my first time, so please bear with me. All right. The other part is, again, apologies, no music, didn't want to play anything. YouTube has a bad habit of giving you little spanks for doing that kind of thing. So we'll have to figure something out in that regard. We're getting close. So I'll probably do another set of those. We'll probably do some hammer curls. And then kind of done. Like I said, I'm gonna race this afternoon, which we are live streaming at 4 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. So 7 hours from now. So just want to kind of get light upper body workout in, get ready, you know, rehydrate, fuel properly, all those kind of things, and be ready for the race. Should be, I'm gonna say this afternoon's punchy. I have to take a look at the course profile and all that kind of stuff. I don't think it's going to be an easy race, but at the end of the day, it's what we do, round 3. So First race wasn't so great. Second race, I just missed the podium, which I'm a little disappointed in. I felt I had a little bit more left in the tank. And I just couldn't catch third. It was like a second between first and me, which I should be happy with, but anytime you look at it and miss the podium, you're not going to be happy about that. Like, that's just how racing is, I guess, is that, you know, you deconstruct what you did and you realize your mistakes. Like I mentioned earlier at the very beginning of the stream, we started Trainer Road. We won't be live streaming those because personally I think that that's a little bit boring to watch. This might be boring to watch too, I don't know. It's, who knows, but at the end of the day, you know, me just kind of doing sustained steady state stuff on the bike. It's, you know, where I'm not going to talk because my focus is training. It's going to be interesting. I was on Trainer Road, like I said, a couple years ago. That's where I injured my piriformis, but we're back on there because we've got a little bit of time to do some stuff. So at least I'm going to do at least, you know, kind of these couple months of dedicated training. Hey, thanks, Liquid Sunshine. Appreciate the positivity in the chat there. We're doing our best. This old man's trying to do his best. That's all. All right, one last set of hex press. There we go. Move the bench. Like I said, we're going to do one last set of hammer curls. I think we might do alternating, but we'll see how the first ones go. And I apologize for the weird side eye of the camera, but I don't have any mirrors down here, so I can't see my form. And because I don't have an incline-decline wrench, which I like to do, I like to have my back right up against it. So I'm not doing, that's my tent, so I'm not doing any of this. I'm not throwing weight around. And you'll notice I don't go particularly heavy for this stuff. Being an upper body workout, being a cyclist, I don't need a massive upper body. I just do it for general fitness. So the bigger I get, the more detrimental it is for my performance on the bike. But I mean, let's be honest. It feels good to have, if you look at most cyclists, we've all got pretty toothpick arms. So having a little bit of arms is probably not a bad thing. You know, all our musculature is like right there. So, and that's it. The rest of us is generally, if you're young, skinny, I'm not quite that young, skinny cyclist anymore. Hey, Swift Ace, I will read your comment in a second. Yeah, see, I can feel my form's not the best here, and it's hard to see. Okay, so normally, if you want to follow my Instagram, you will see that I'm doing exactly that. So I do the 3 main pulls at the gym, but I won't be there for 3 weeks. Even though it is a private gym, I do have to travel to go to it. I'm just not doing that for the next 3 weeks. So we're stuck here. But if you take a look, I'm on Heavy, which is HEVY, which is a workout. It tracks the workouts and everything that you're doing. You'll see I have one day where I just strictly do the powerlifting thing. I've been kind of keeping it to a minimum in the sense that my goal here is not to get super jacked and big. It's to supplement the cycling that I do and just a general level of fitness. Now that being said, you know, squat, definitely good for cycling. Bench, I mean, it doesn't, might be good for mountain bikers and mountain biking, but road cycling, gravel cycling, maybe a little bit. But yeah, and deadlift, you're working that back and that core, not a bad thing either. Although deadlift is a bit of a funny exercise and a risk reward kind of things. I will do deadlifts once a week, but I will typically do rack pulls. So I will have spotter arms set up. So we're just doing that last little portion. You know, you're not getting the full range, but you're still working those back muscles. I'd rather break down kind of like what the deadlift works into other things because I don't want to risk a back injury. And for those of you that are cyclists and do a lot of Zwift will know that you're spending a lot of time, or doing a lot of road cycling, that you're spending a lot of time with a lot of pressure on that back, and you, after longer rides, you can definitely feel it. Because I do my workouts in the morning, and typically I'm riding later day, so I do splits. So like this is a split. This is a split in the sense that I do this workout, will be done here in the next probably 10 minutes or so, depending on how much I yammer on. And that gives me enough time because I don't race until 4 o'clock. So it's 7 hours, allows me to get a little bit of recovery in, then do the race. But don't get me wrong, if these were like important races, A races, you know, kind of like big event stuff, I wouldn't be doing this because it does take it out of you, and especially when you start working on legs. But back to your questions, Zwift days, absolutely. Deadlift, bench press, all that kind of stuff. Rack is a great tool. We're just waiting a little bit to get one in here. We're just in the process of kind of things. I did a little camera tour of the entire setup, from my Zwift setup to the old podcast setup to, you know, the cold plunge tub to this small area here with the limited weights that I have. But we'll be getting an Olympic bar in here at some point. So 100%, it's not a bad thing. I mean, the more equipment, the more range, the more variety of exercise that you can do, the better off you're going to be. But I mean, work with what you have. And here we just have a few hex dumbbells and a few kettlebells, one medicine ball, and that's kind of it. All right. So what are you doing for weight Zwift days? I'm curious. I like the Olympic stuff. I do. You know, and as I get older, I like to keep it simpler, I guess is kind of how I look at things. It's, you know, when you get to my age, it's, you're managing injury as well. Like, you definitely want to, you know, keep fit, work on things. Again, that's why I do upper body. I just want to mitigate some risk of injuries that just happen in day-to-day stuff, being an older guy. We'll do some swings here. And we'll be done. So thanks to everybody for coming on this little kind of, I guess, test run of the shorts live stream. Like I said, I don't even know where to find this at the end of the day. But we're working with what we have. I'm curious with Dace if we've raced before in real life, because there is one other person that refers to me as Dirom in this world consistently. And I'm not sure that he might be that guy. If so, I'm really glad you're here, man. It's been too long, and you know me too well, if it's who I think it might be. Like I said, it's just the reference. It's the sentence structure and the ending with Dirom. All right, 2 more sets. You know what the funny thing is? I don't even know how to end this. What's this? Got all these little things. Little buttons. Community moderation. No. Can add stuff. I think we can mute a mic. What's this? I don't even know. Oh, we can filter it. We're going no filter. Can we clip it? I guess is what it is. I don't even know. Oh, I was gonna say Zwift Ace. I don't do any jerks. That's a young man game, to be honest. At the end of the day. So, no jerks, just deadlift, squats, bench, that's it. All right. Well, that is it, party people. I'm done. Quick little workout. Appreciate you all jumping in. Like I said, I jump in the cold plunge tub, but I got water restrictions, so I can't fill that up for another week or 2, which sucks. But at the end of the day, so be it. All right, I don't know how I end this. All right. I think maybe this. All right, remember, like, comment, subscribe. If you see this after the live stream, just leave a comment, let me know. Because I don't know how any of this actually translates to YouTube. So catch you all later.